It's another great weekend. I hope you're enjoying it while staying safe. Thank you for joining us. Good evening. Welcome to Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguela. Let's begin with update on COVID-19 as at 11:42 p.m. last night. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control announced 328 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the number of confirmed cases to 11,844 in the country. Of the 328 new cases, Lagos has 121, FCT 70, Bauchi 25, Rivers 18, Oyo 16, Kaduna 15, Gombe 14, Edo 13, Ogun 13, Jigawa 8, Enugu 6, Kano 5, while Osun and Ondo states have 2 new cases each. With these new figures, Lagos remains top on the COVID-19 chart with 5,663 confirmed cases, followed by Kano with 985 cases. The FCT is following with 862 COVID-19 cases. So far, 3,696 patients have been discharged after recovery, with 333 deaths recorded so far. Niger State government has completed arrangement to commence testing for COVID-19 in the state by next week. Secretary to the state government and chairman task force on COVID-19, Ibrahim Ahmed Matani, disclosed this in Mina while speaking on the rising number of confirmed cases in the state. Let's hear from Suleiman Kodogi.
The cases of COVID-19 in Niger State have risen to 41, with a recent additional 8 confirmed cases by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Out of the new confirmed cases, the State Task Force on COVID-19 says 5 are Almajiris from Chanchaga local government area of the state. The remaining confirmed cases, all male, are from Suleja local government area of the state.
99% of what we have experienced in Niger is actually people in transit and then Almajiris. Out of the number that we are repatriating to other states, some turn out positive. Among those that we have received, some also turn out positive.
The SSG Ibrahim Ahmed Matani disclosed that in view of the growing cases of COVID-19, arrangement has been concluded to site 2 screening centers in Mina and IBB University Lapai.
Now, it's only when you test that you know the quantum or the number of people that are infected. Actually, you might have the virus, but it may not show in terms of symptoms. So the whole idea is to tell people who are positive so that they don't go about spreading the virus again.
Meanwhile, Niger State government says although it will align with the reviewed measures put in place by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 to curtail the spread of the disease, it is not leaving anything to chance. In Mina, Suleiman Kodogi, NTA News.
Let's look at the environment. Experts have called for concerted efforts at addressing biodiversity loss to mitigate its impact on humanity, food security and health system. Now, this was the focus of a program commemorating the World Environment Day in Ado-Ekiti. Yemi Dalemo reports that the stakeholders agree that COVID-19 is a message from nature actually, against the continued destruction of biodiversity.
Environment is the most important to survive on this planet. Without a balanced environment, life cannot be sustainable. It is to achieve a balanced and sustainable environment that environmental activist Oluwaseyi Ebenezer gathered stakeholders in the sector to fashion out ways of reducing actions promoting biodiversity loss with a view of saving the Nigerian society from the negative effect of this on humanity, especially on food security and healthcare system.
To state governments and governments of Nigeria to make policies and law using the green lens. We must build a green economy in the post-COVID era to rebuild and restore what has been destroyed in the environment.
Together we should try to rearrange nature. We should rearrange nature, human beings, animals, plants, to collaborate and have a good society.
Your environment determines even the kind of dance you do. Your environment determines what you do on a daily basis with your body. So, and this is all we call culture. And so, environment determines your culture.
The activists suggest building a green economy in the post-COVID-19 era to restore the environmental laws while urging the government to make environmental legislations and policies that are easy to implement and enforce. In Ado-Ekiti, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
And in Calabar, as part of proactive efforts to fight the outbreak of COVID-19 in the state, a 100-bed space isolation center has been inaugurated in Adiagbo Odukbani local government area of the state. This development by the state government, which is to ensure that the health system absorbs shocks that may arise, is in partnership with a private sector initiative called the Coalition Against COVID-19. Achibong Basi reports.
Cross River State presently remains the only state in the Federation without the COVID-19. Despite its COVID-19 free status, the state government has continued to take precautionary measures to safeguard the lives of the citizens, as well as set up structures such as this 100-bed space isolation center to cater for the people in the eventuality of an outbreak.
We have been calling for support, and we are proud that COVID listened to that call for support and they could come to our aid.
Several centers have been opened in different states nationwide, and today is the event for Cross River State, Calabar.
The Diabo Isolation Center has a 70 male bed space and a 30 bed space for females. Research by experts reveals that more males are prone to contracting the disease, hence the bed space allocation.
We are working hard and diligently to ensure we sustain the lockout.
This facility obviously will take off some of the pressure that we may experience in the event that there are many more people who come down with the condition.
As a further proof to its level of preparedness against the disease, more than 400 health personnel have been trained to respond to cases at the isolation center should there be any possible outbreak. In Calabar, Achibombasi, NTA News.
The police has continued its gradual process of engaging the public ahead of the community policing policy aimed at enhancing internal security. To this end, about 1,500 persons benefited from the humanitarian gesture of female officers of the Nigerian Police Force who visited Kuruduma, Galadimawa and KT communities, as well as 2 police barracks, all in the FCT. Let's hear from Francis Pham.
That was the mood at this Baggy community. Kurunduma, just a few meters away from Asokoro, as female officers of the Nigeria Police Force came calling with food items and face masks as their contribution to the community in the fight against COVID-19.
Some people do come, but for us, we've not seen anything like this.
We are so grateful to God and also the police officers who are women that have the concern for that motherhood heart. We are so grateful.
Medical team of the police force was also on ground to sensitize the people on the safety protocols. Dr. Aisha Abubakar says it is the female officer's way of giving back to the society.
In the spirit of community policing, police is your friend. We want to give out now to community, not that expecting anything, but as police officers, as women, we want to reach out to communities and touch their lives and support them in this very difficult time.
KT community in Kabusa, Garki Police Barracks, and the MD Abubakar Mupol Barracks Deidi also benefited from the gesture. In Abuja, Frank Sisform, NTA News.
And in Kogi State, the state government has relaxed the lockdown on Kababuno local government area, having achieved the successful contact tracing and sample collections against COVID-19, with all results turning out negative. Correspondent Francis Udojo has the details.
The lift of ban by Governor Yahaya Bello came shortly after a closed-door meeting with top government officials and security operatives. The ban, which commenced Monday, was expected to last for 2 weeks, but has now been lifted following the results of the state medical team, who earlier went to Kababunu to carry out the medical exercise.
The team led by the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Saka Audu, went swiftly into the local government, beginning with the family members of the purported COVID-19 cases. Tests were conducted, and those tests came out negative.
The samples and test results, government says, will be sent to the NCDC laboratory to further clear doubts on the issue. The Kogi State government admonished the NCDC to be astute and strictly follow laid-down procedure and guidelines as against its initial process with the index case. On another issue relating to security matters, the security operatives were charged to bring perpetrators of the robbery attack on a bank and divisional police station in Isolu to book. Governor Bello urged family members of the deceased to take heart as he promised to do everything possible to protect the people of the state. From the government house, Lokoja, Francis Udojo, NTA News.
All right, let's go to Lagos to join my namesake, Ruth, to give us more reports on Nationwide. Hello, Ruth.
Hello, namesake. Good to see you. The world's attention has turned to quashing coronavirus, somehow relegating to the background other existing ailments before the pandemic. In this report, Hingino John Adams examines the prevalence and level of response to other ailments during COVID-19.
I have a close friend. He took his son to the hospital. He has a tooth problem, swelling. When he got there, he was not attended to. They said they have been ordered to attend to all they have been doing now is to attend to COVID-19 patients. But there's no one they will attend to the son.
Augustine Bolaji's story is just one out of many similar cases that have led to serious complications and in some instances avoidable deaths. This is a clear indication that the novel coronavirus is not only hitting hard on those with the virus, but patients with other ailments such as hypertension, diabetes, malaria, and other related diseases.
We need to join the Secretary to the government to appeal to health workers to try and triage patients, those who are more likely to be COVID. And actual fact, they should find a place for them to keep them, treat them as if they are COVID until the results are available.
It is actually complicated as some COVID-19 patients are asymptomatic, and this has led to many health workers falling victims. Every life is important, both health worker and patient. That is why a balance needs to be reached.
That is why it is important for the doctor to be well, properly dressed, always on a mask, have a high index of suspicion.
It's very risky for us though, but we try to take the safety measures.
COVID-19 has changed the modus operandi of the world. This evidently has implications on healthcare services. It is also making every patient that steps into a hospital COVID-19 suspect, a situation that has complicated cases of some coronavirus-free but sick people. In Lagos, Hingino John Adams, NTA News.
Lagos State Police Command has assured the public that it will ensure the arrest and persecution of perpetrators of gender-based crimes in the state. This follows the arrest of Lagos State University student who was filmed kissing his sister. Dr. Oguyemi reports.
The issue of rape and other gender-based violence and crimes against women and children have taken center stage on both the traditional and social media. A recent case is the arrest of an undergraduate student caught kissing his 3-year-old stepsister, who the police public relations officer, Lagos State Command, Bala Elkana, says is already in the police net.
The case is with the state CID now. He will be prosecuted.
He also says investigation is on following another reported case of rape of a 12-year-old girl by 4 masked men in Abuja area of the state.
And we are also glad in this case, the girl is presented for medical examination at the earliest opportunity. So the evidence has not been tampered with. So we have strong chances chances of getting those guys fast. Because she's in hospital, doctors are already doing their own bit of it, analyzing certain things that will help us. Our experts also will look at certain things. The crime scene also is being preserved, being analyzed, being reconstructed,